Hold please. 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 What I was going to say is I have been busy. I have been doing a lot in the background in my personal life, and we're going to get to all of that and why I haven't been on YouTube as much in a moment. But I just wanted to let you all know that I am here. I am back, and we will resume our regularly scheduled programming now that I am back. So let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this, babes. Okay. Tuber Chat says we have sound. Fantastic. Okay, so yes, I've been away. Let's see. When I last spoke to you all, I had come back from Costa Rica. I had gotten a bad virus, flu, some strand of the vid. I don't know what it was, but stuff was just coming out of everywhere. Wasn't pretty. And then I recovered from that, but I was still like groggy and lethargic and not really feeling like myself. But then I had to go to my sorority conference. So we had a regional conference. Thankfully, it was local. So it took me about an hour and a half to get there. It was up at Mohegan Sun. We had a fabulous time. I was so busy because it was my cluster, um, our turn to host. So I was helping with registration. I was helping with the events. My chapter was responsible for the public meeting, which was our first event that Monday. I had gotten there that Sunday. Let me put some Burt's Bees on because I can feel my lips are a little parched. So I was in charge of helping with that meeting, the public meeting. And I also had hostesses that were helping me not only with the public meeting, but the after party, which was fantastic. We had DJ D Nice there. Amazing. If you have ever heard him spin, or if you were in club vid quarantine or whatever we called it back then when the vid was high, you will know what a fantastic DJ he is. He played a mix of everything from old school to young, new, um, new kind of music, and everybody had a good time. From the youngest to the oldest, we had a marvelous, marvelous time. And it was old school themed, so you come in like your old school hats and Kangos and gazelles from the 80s. We had people with like the cross colors and the different colors and stuff from the 90s. We had people from the 80s with the big hair, and we just had a good time, and everyone I think enjoyed themselves, at least with those two events. And then we started our business on Tuesday and concluded our business on Thursday. But I only stayed from Sunday to Wednesday. Wednesday night, I left after our last session. So I didn't stay for the other things that we did on Sunday, which was just like our Sunday service. We have like an ecumenical service. So I didn't stay for that. And I went out to dinner instead on Thursday evening, and again had a marvelous time. I went back to Tatiana with two of my friends, another couple. So we had like a double date. Fantastic. Again, the food there is fantastic. If you ever have a chance to go to Tatiana's in New York City, it's by Lincoln Center. Fantastic. You have to go online and secure a reservation, and it's not really easy to do. So you probably have to go in multiple times and try to get the reservation. My boyfriend goes on like at odd times in the night to try to secure a reservation. I think we have another one for next month. So, we're just trying to, go and bring as many people as we can to this restaurant because it's so fantastic. And I know a lot of people in the New York City area. If you're around, you will enjoy this. It's a fusion of, I want to say, different ethnicities. So they have some that's like Jamaican kind of based. They have some Hispanic kind of based foods, but it's all given in, some Trinidadian flavors are in there too, but it's based in like Africa. So for instance, like the oxtails, Jamaican oxtails are very spicy. This is not as spicy. It has like almost like a maple glaze to it, but it's so delicious. So it's spicy, but also a little bit sweet. fantastic. And the rice and peas are amazing. I think they don't give you enough for the oxtails that you order because it all comes family style. So for me, I was like, we need more rice and peas with it because, I come from a family like we eat rice and peas, And so I think that that is one dish that they could kind of improve on with giving you a little bit more than what they normally do. But baby, you will not be disappointed going. You will definitely not be disappointed going. So that was Thursday night. Then Friday night, I had the HBCU game. If you follow me on Instagram, you see I always posted about it. That was amazing. We had a great time, and the Nets lost. The Brooklyn Nets lost, but and however, we all had a good time. So I actually need to send out a thank you to everyone who came out because that was a really great event. I'm going to start putting my makeup on while I'm talking to you all. This is the Givenchy Prism Lead Concealer, and I will put a link to all of the products that I'm using if they're still around. And if I can find a link, I will put it in the description box below. But this is by Givenchy. And if you are shade twins, we are W420 in the concealer. Let me slide over because I wanted to pull out all of my brushes. No, it's not my channel if I'm not dropping ish like a pigeon. So that was my concealer. Thankfully, it is closed, so Dream can't get to it. Dream is here. She's right next to me because old girl was having a fit. So as you know, I was gone all this week, as I just mentioned to you, in and out all day. And so Miss Dream did not have enough chances to like play with me and hang out. So she was very, very needy this weekend. And since I've been back, I haven't been paying her that much attention. So she's like, when I get a chance to get up here, I'm going to be right by your side, mommy. Where you move, I move. So she's been right by my side throughout this entire time today. So she is here with me, and I'll bring her up so you can say hello after we finish doing our makeup. Because once I bring her up, she's not going to want to get off my lap. So I'm going to just keep her next to my feet for now. I know a bunch of you are probably like, I don't know where that Bella is. So I'm not coming, but I'm here. I am here. Let me just tell some folks again that I'm here. And guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And I figured out how to drop your link in the chat. So it is exclamation point, hey, BGB. Hang on, just, hi. Wait, is that not it? Because it's not doing it. Hang on. Let's see what it is. While I am looking this up. So I just put down the first coat of my under eye concealer so that we can all See that? Hang on. Oh, it is not Hey BGB. It is just hashtag. Nope, it's hashtag BGB. Not hashtag, exclamation point BGB. All right. Hey DOD, welcome in. So try exclamation point BGB. It's not sending the name. All right, something is wrong with that again. But if you try exclamation point BGB, hopefully your channel will drop. For some reason, your name is not dropping, or my name is not dropping when I did it. All right, moving on. We'll fix it, but at least we got something going. So I am exhausted because that was a long week, and Dream is like, girl, where have you been? Okay, well, at least your thing dropped. I don't know why it's not letting me put your username in. Let's see. While I have it up, let's just try to see what it is. Maybe I need to put it outside of the exclamation point. Let's see. Let's try it again. Because I want this to work so all of you will be able to drop your links. Let's try it this way and see if it works. While I'm doing my eyebrows. Yes, there we go. There we go. Now it works. There we go. All right, so we're just putting our brows on. And as you know, I don't need to put a whole lot on my brows to make it work. Everything that I'm using will be in the description box below. I said today we're going to try some oldies but goodies. We're also going to try some products. Whatever DOD is working now. So leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not sipping anything but water right now. Notice I said right now. But I have been so exhausted lately. And then with everything that I ran down that I did last week, I am still recovering. Because the snapback just ain't snapping back like it used to snap back. Anyway, those links don't work that you have preloaded. What? Why isn't it not working? Why is it not working? That's weird. Oh, okay. I thought I put your new one in. Put exclamation point BGB and see if the new link that you have pops up. Because I thought I put your new one in. Let me see. Let me just do it for you. Oh, I can't do it for you because it'll pop my link in. Anyway, you're going to have to do it yourself and figure it out. Figure it out. Anywho, I'm still tired. I'm still like lethargic from everything that I have been doing these last couple of weeks. I'm going to put some WESTMAN Atelier on. Again, my shade Twinsies. We are Atelier 11 in this. And the snapback, like I said, just is not snapping back the way it used to. So I have been really just out of it lately. There we go. There we go. That should be it, DOD. That should be your link. Now, stop bothering me. All right. So when last we spoke, I also was saying how much I am finicky now about the new products that are coming up. There's some that I'm like, oh, I really want to get those. And there are some that I'm just like, I'm not really passionate about. So if we have time at the end, I'll share some of the new products that are coming up. It doesn't work. And by the time this live stream ends, it better. Look here, sir. I'm going to need you to cease and seco. Cease and seco, sir. I'm hearing this. I want to hear this. Okay? This. I don't know. Maybe your thing is just, maybe they don't want you to have no link to your live stream. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, you got 131 channel members. Okay. Go off, sir. Go off. DOD. Let's see. I'm working on it, sir. I'm working on it. So, I don't know what's going on with your thing. I think it's you, personally. I don't think it's me. I think it's you. I think it's you. But anywho. Command name already exists. What? Oh. All right. So that part works. All right. So it should work now because your link is updated. So let's see. Hello, TC. What's up, HBCU Queen? How you doing? How you doing? Anywho, hold on a second. Okay. Hey, TaylorMade, welcome in. Welcome in. So I just finished putting on my base and trying to see what's happening with these links that are supposed to be dropping. So if you're here, the link to drop your link is !BGB, all lowercase, all together. And then it should drop your name, say hello, should drop your link to your channel. Hopefully it's just DOD that's messed up and not everybody else. Anywho, I'm just gonna use my pencil to darken up the back of my brow. And while I was there at our regional conference, which was in the Mohegan Sun, I had to do makeup. So I had to lug my Brown Girl Bella backpack with my makeup stuff that I use for clients and people that I do makeup for. I had to lug that. So luckily I was driving, so I was able to manage all of that in the back of the car. And then I also drove one of my big sisters who was in Alpha Mu. Hold thought for a moment. Hold, please. Again, not my channel if I'm dropping ish like a pigeon. What you mean, see how Bella treats me? You like that treatment, though. Don't act like you don't. You like it. You like it. Shoot. You'd be questioning me if I treated you nicely. You'd be questioning my judgment if I treated you nicely. Anywho, so I had to bring my makeup with me. And so my sorors were like, you should get back into doing makeup for people professionally. And I hemmed and hawed about that. So I'm going to bring it to you, babes. Do you think that I should do makeup for a living? Do you think I should, go back into the bag and do some freelance work putting makeup on? Me personally, I don't feel like that's something I need to focus my time on. But who's right? My sorority sister, she's right. She could be. Yeah, I drove. It was only oh, I know what you're trying to say. Yes, I drove. Yes, I drove. It was an hour and a half, and I picked her up on the way down there because she lives further north than I do in Connecticut. So I picked her up, and then we drove up to Mohegan Sun, which again is like a hour and a half drive from me. It's like going into New York, but I'm going north instead of south. So that's what I did on last Sunday. So I wasn't able to do Sunday sips because I was literally in Mohegan Sun by then. Exactly. You know how we do. You know how we do. It's all in love, though. I tease you. Case by case basis. Exactly. So she was like, you should do it. And I'm like, with that comes a lot of headaches. Like, you really need to vet the people that you're working with. Some people, when you work with them, they think they can get the 5-finger discount, free 99 stuff. And time is money. And if I have to drive to you, that's burning gas. If I have to, color match you and you don't have like your own foundation and things like that, then I have to put those things in my kit just to make sure that I have enough to do from the fairest of the fair to the deepest of the deep. And that's all spency. And so I would have to, factor that into the cost. And then two, running this channel is not easy. And as you can see, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks and already my subscription has gone down because when you're not here every day, you're not putting out content, folks are thinking, oh, okay, let me move on. And so they probably, changed to somebody else. So I've got to like consistently put up content so that you all know that I'm here. Don't forget to thumbs up this live because that lets people know that I am here and that I am doing something so that they can come and join as well. So while I'm doing the oldie but goodies, I thought I would bring out an oldie but goodie. And this is the Tom Ford. You guys remember this? This is the Intensity 3 Moss Agate. So pretty. Hey, Miss Dalton, what's up? Long time no see. Indeed. Welcome in, my love. Please hit that smash button and like and share this live stream out so that more folks know that, yes, Brown Girl Bella is back in business. I am in the house and I'm ready to share and bellificate you all. So, my big sister, well, both of my big sisters, one was my grad advisor. So, I did her makeup for the public meeting. And she's a minimalist like me. We're going to use this beautiful color right here. And we're going to put that on as like our first coat of makeup. And I love this. This reminds me so much of the Pat McGrath shadow that I love. It's like this. It's in her Mothership number 4. I'll show it to you in a second when we do, when I finish the other eye, I'll bring it out and show you the swatch. It kind of reminds me of that. And I had it in a single shadow too, but that broke. So I only now have it as the palette color in Mothership number 4, which are all shimmer shades. And this one is a shimmer, but it's also really nice as like a base coat too. So I did my former grad advisor's makeup for the public meeting. And she was like, I want to be minimal, but I want my eyes to pop. And at the time, I had already done my makeup, and my makeup was like a shimmer between green and pink. And it was also by Pat McGrath. It was one of her dual chrome shades in Mothership number 8. And she wanted it like that, but I didn't have that palette with me at the time. It was up in my room. So I used like this green on her. Oh my gosh. I was like, this pops so well because she's a deeper skin tone than me. So she has more red in her skin than I do. So that green popped so nicely. Her roommate was like, oh my God, that looks gorgeous on you. So she really liked her makeup. And then I, did her cheeks and everything. So she was really happy with the outcome of her makeup. And she looked really nice because she was actually on the dais. So she was on a big screen. And so I made it so that once the camera hit her, you were able to see like her makeup and that glimmer from the eyeshadow. And it looked spectacular. So again, stores were like, oh my God, your makeup looks so good. Who did your makeup? And they were like, Brown Girl Bella. So hopefully I'll get more people to come in and watch because we need it. We need the babes. We need the babes to come out and cheer for your girl. Ride for your girl. All right. Up here by the brow bone, I'm going to put this nice shimmer here. It's like a beautiful champagne wash of color. And I love putting that underneath the brow bone because that adds like another little spark of interest to the eye that really makes the rest of the shadow pop. See? And then we're going to add this blue here. I'm going to add that to the bottom because I love doing looks where I have a little added spark underneath the eye. And I did that for most of my looks last week at the regional conference. I just added like a touch of a sparkly color at the lower lash line just to give it a little bit more of a pop. And that worked so well for me. So I'm going to, let me grab my pencil. I'm going to grab the Marc Jacobs pencil. Oop, oop, oop. Get back in there. Sometimes when I turn it upside down, the product starts to like fall out. So I got to remember to turn it back the other way and sit it right side up. So how is everybody else? Because I know me, I'm still like recovering from last week and still recovering from being ill the week before that with that stomach virus or whatever the heck that was. And so my eating has been off. And between all that walking that we had to do, because Mohegan Sun, I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but it is huge. And like most casinos, they don't have like windows or anything. So everything is like skylight driven because they want you to stay there. And so if you don't see the day turning into night, you're just apt to just stay there in the casino. And it's only when you leave that you discover, hey, I've been there all night. It's now dark outside. So it's wide and expansive. And we had things that were on one end of the casino to the other end of the casino. So that's like legitimately a 15-minute power walk to power through the other end of the casino. So your girl was putting in them steps. I had over 15,000 steps every single day from Sunday till I left on Wednesday. I made 15,000 steps every single day. Hey, James Money, how are you? Thanks for coming in, babe. Don't forget to thumbs up this live. And if you can, please share it out so that more folks know that we are in here. And I am doing my under eye now, adding that blue underneath to pop out this look. It was so nice. But yeah, I was exhausted every night from walking that long space. I'm going to put some more of this color right in my inner tear duct, just to add a little lightness there as well. And this is mad old, so I don't know if it will be in the links. If I can find it, I will definitely put it in. But this palette has been around for a long time, so I don't know if it's still available. But it is a beautiful palette nevertheless. So beyond just going out to dinner here and there and taking my aunt to see a play, probably in May-ish, around that time, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing anything else because I am worn out. When I tell you, that was quite an event. And next year, we're going to be in Boston. And I got to look and see when that's going to be, but we'll be in Boston. And I know if it's going to be in February or March, like this one was, it's going to be cold as you know what in Boston. So I may have to bring my fur coat. I could still drive because Boston is like 2.5 hours away from me. So I can still drive there. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to drive, park that sucker wherever I'm staying at, and I will not drive again until I'm ready to hit the road and go home. Because if y'all think Connecticut drivers are bad, yikes, you ain't seen nothing till you seen a Boston person drive. Because they're on a whole other level. They're on a whole other level of driving. And I just cannot put up with it. I went there for a Beyonce Jay-Z concert a couple of years back, and I was like, where did these people get their license from? Because I can't possibly believe that somebody actually approved these people to drive. Like, here in Connecticut, there's a lot of rubbernecking and pushing up too close to the other cars, tailgating. Their tailgating is on a whole other spectrum, because literally there'll be like this space between cars, and they go up and they just like push up. If there's space, because I like to leave space between the other car, at least a car and a half. And what Connecticut people will do is, if they see that space, they think that they can zoom up from the back of me, go into that little space, and then press their brake button, because they realize, oh, it's not a whole lot of space here. And will then rubberneck until they see another space, and then they'll pull out and do the same thing over and over again. So they will do that all day long, which is why we have a lot of accidents on our highways, on I-95, on the Merritt Parkway, which is also like another big freeway here. But that's 2 lanes. So imagine going in from a 2-lane and keep doing that, weaving in and out of traffic. It is bonkers. It is bonkers. You know what? I want to put, this was a Chantecaille. So this was a limited edition. So I know I probably won't be able to find this. This is the Radiance Cheek and Highlight Duo in Coral. But the coral seems to be fading a little bit. So I need to put something else on. Let me look at my little cheek section here and see if I have, maybe I have a coral that is cream that we can put on to like pump it up a little bit. Let's see. No, those are Gucci, so I know those are powder. This is a powder too, but it might help a little bit more. This is Dior in Rosy, the Dior Rosy Glow in Coral. So let's see if that will pump it up a little bit more. So I'm trying to get my, oh yeah, this worked. This worked out better. And you might be able to find this one because this is fairly new in Coral. Okay, so now we got that coral flush that I was looking for. So I will put a link to that in the description box as well. So let's do the mascara next. I don't have any more of my primer. Let me see if I have a primer up here in my eyelash section. No, that's eyeliner. I may not have any more in my high-end. Yeah, this is mascara. I don't think I have any more primer. Uh-oh. So I definitely have to get some more primer. And this is my eyeliner, which I already have an eyeliner. So we're just going in with our mascara today, babes. We're going to use the Dark Star mascara by Pat McGrath. Drop it low and we'll go slow. She's still good. She's so good. So as you know, her Pat McGrath's new eyeshadow palette came out, Petalmorphosis. I talked about that in one of my last videos before I had my little mini hiatus. So we will regroup and talk about that again because now it's out. And I definitely want to pick it up because, you know, I'm a completionist, so I must pick it up and share with you all what I think. I already know kind of what I think, but I will share it with you all so that we can all judge together. You know, I like to be judgy with you all. Like, it's one thing to be judgy by yourself and doing it as a recorded video, but there's a whole other to be judgy with you all in the audience so we can all be petty betties together. So I'm just putting now on my Milani, and this is the Lash Extension Mascara, which I absolutely love. I know I owe you guys the favorites video. I forgot to put up the February, and I also forgot to put up January, but I'm definitely doing March. So that will be up tomorrow for you all to see. And then I will put up January's and February's after that, just for your own edification, so you can see what I liked in the previous months versus what I liked in March, because they are different. My likes in March were vastly different than certainly January, but there are some switches between March and what I liked for February as well. But hey, Carmen's Place Beauty, welcome in, babes. Yes, Boston drivers are crazy. Boston drivers are crazy. I'm going to give the worst drivers to the Connecticut drivers, though, because they are crazy with that tailgating. Like, as I was going to, where was I going to? I was going to somewhere in, but I was driving southbound, and there were 2 accidents, 2, both of them from rear end collisions, both of them from people smashing into somebody in front of them because they broke too suddenly and they did not have enough distance to brake without hitting and going into the other person. So trust me when I say, and believe me, please, when I say, Connecticut drivers are worse. Boston drivers are crazy because they're fast and they tailgate. So that's a bad combination in of itself. But the tailgating is a big no-no. Big no-no. And you would think from the amount of accidents that we get that people would stop doing that. It would stand to reason that people would, slow down and stop trying to tailgate in between people. They don't, though. They don't. They continue to do the same old thing over and over and over again, thinking they're going to get a different result, which, as we all know, is the absolute definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I'm like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Why are y'all doing this? All right, we're going back into our Tom Ford, Connecticut are worse than New Jersey drivers. All right, so now Jersey drivers. You know what? Maybe not, because Jersey drivers are still fast. There's also very impatient, right? But I will say, now I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm just gonna say it. They like to not only tailgate, but they also like to tailgate and watch. Meaning, if there's something that's going on in another lane, whatever it is, they like to slow down and watch that. And I'm like, I'm of the mindset that I'm looking ahead of me. I don't care about what's going on southbound until I am southbound. I only care about wherever I'm at. So if I'm driving northbound, that's what I'm focused on, northbound. I'm not caring about everybody else. except all those who are driving the same way that I'm driving, because you know they're crazy. So I just put some bronzer on to warm up my skin. They like to tailgate in Pennsylvania too. Yeah, yeah. I think the only ones that don't really tailgate are us New York drivers. We do a lot of other stuff, but we do not tailgate. No. We're impatient and we will honk at you. And you might hear a cuss word or two, depending on the season. Like if it's warm out and we got the windows down, we got the music pumping, we will turn down our music to cuss at you. Yes, that is a fact, especially in Brooklyn. Especially in Brooklyn. And that's where I learned to drive. That's where my father taught me how to drive, is in Brooklyn. And if you know Brooklyn, there's like this space of land by like this huge landfill. I don't know if they ever like put anything up on there. They kept saying that they were going to put like houses or something up on that landfill, but they never did. I don't think they can at this point, if they haven't already. However, that's where I learned to drive. It was like on this big stretch of land. It was next to a landfill, and my father was like, go. And they used to drag race over there as well. And he taught me how to drive there. And I have a lead foot, so I do drive fast. I try not to when, oh, they never did? Yeah, I was actually nearby. When was I nearby? Jeez. Recently, too, like a couple of weeks ago. And I meant to look over to see if they did it. Yeah, Rockaway Parkway area by Flatlands Avenue. I don't know if you know Flatlands Avenue. It's off of the Belt Parkway. Off of the Belt Parkway. And yes, Canarsie area. So that's where I used to live when I was in 7th, 8th grade. I was over there. My father lived in the, I don't know what they call it now. They call it something else now, but they were Starrett City. I think that's what they called it. Starrett City. Yes, Starrett City is what they called it. And my father lived there with my grandparents. And so in order to get into junior high school near there, because I have the last name as my father, I used my father's address, and I was able to get into that junior high school because they had just built it. Oh, I'm showing my age. They had just built that junior high school when I was coming up. And so because of that, like the lightings kept flickering, and sometimes they would go off and they wouldn't come back on. And somebody had to come out and like turn the light switch back on or do something with the main fuses or whatever. So they would cancel the rest of the classes. So we would go, we would hang out in like the strip mall, we would eat food there. And then if I had time left, I would go and see my grandparents who lived there, and, you know, hang out with them for a little while before I had to take the bus on home. So those were the best times because we used to pray for those lights to go out. And some people even tried to like make it go out on their own. So I don't know if you guys ever visit there, but yeah, that was hilarious. Oh my gosh. So I was trying to get this Amore lipstick out for you guys. It's by Pat McGrath. And this is a brand new lipstick, but it got stuck in the cap. It's still good because it doesn't have any scent to it, doesn't smell. I'm going to see if I can find my lip brush and put some on, because I want to just share with you all what this color looked like and how beautiful it is. But apparently this thing got stuck. Let me see. Yes, TC said yes, Star City, beautiful buildings. Your cousin lived there. Yeah, yeah. I had a lot of family members that lived there. Okay, here's a lip brush. I had a lot of family members that lived there. Like I said, my grandparents lived there. My father lived there. I had cousins that lived there. JFK Airport. Yep, 10 minutes from there. Yep. So, okay. So I'm going to use some with my lip brush. So let me get out Buff, my pencil from Pat McGrath. And we're going to fill it in first. You've never, Carmen's Place says, I've never seen drivers go in reverse for a whole block anywhere but Boston. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, true story. When I was going there for that Beyonce Jay-Z concert, I think it was Run This Town or whatever they were doing, part 2. And this guy was going to the arena there, the Boston Arena, and he was going the wrong way, but he didn't want to go all the way down to the place where you can U-turn and then come back to go to the right side. So he backed up, and folks were like honking at him and cursing at him. He did not care. He backed up all the way till he can get into the proper lane, and then turned and went into the lane where he was supposed to go for the arena. Now that I had to look at. I wasn't driving, so I could look, but I had to look at him because I had never seen that. To your point, Carmen, I had never seen that before. And then to witness that was something. I don't know what it was, but it was something. It was quite the something. So I got the little Amore out. I'm so bummed. I am so bummed because the majority of it is on this side. I guess I need to just throw it out because it's stuck in here and then the rest of it is stuck in here. Ugh, I hate when that happens. All right, so we've got the mascara on. We've got the powders all on. So, hold it behind my ear. Let's put some powder on, some loose powder. I'm going to use my Hourglass because I'm still mad at Givenchy for changing that formula and not changing it back when we are all complaining about it. So I'm going to use the Hourglass instead. You have that same Tom Ford. Yeah, it's mad old. It's mad old, but it's still good. It still works, as you can see. It still gave me lots of brightness and color. Oh, and I meant to show you the color for Pat McGrath versus the color for Tom Ford, so you can see how that looks. So let's do that next. Now that I have my powder on. So yes, I went to see that movie yesterday. Sorry, again, dropping ish like a pigeon. Magazine Dreams. That one with Jonathan Majors. You know, he married that actress. What is her name? Megan Good. So he married Megan Good, and he's starring in this. And I won't give it away, but it's a very riveting story. And he played the heck out of his role. He played the heck out of his role. And I know people are already saying like Oscar buzz or whatever, but I don't know because he came out with this like right after the Oscars. I don't know if he's in a good position to get a nomination, but he definitely should get a nomination because the movie was fantastic and he played the heck out of that role. Miss Dalton says, I've been rotating between Chanel Foundation and NARS. Both give excellent coverage. NARS for me doesn't really work for me. I have to find a NARS that works better for me because every NARS that I've tried has been like hit or miss. But I do love my Chanel Foundation. So I definitely will be wearing that a lot in this coming spring season. So spring has sprung yesterday. It was like 70 degrees yesterday. I loved it. So I went out to see the magazine Dreams. Then I went for Pinkberry. And then we came back home. We were going to go out to dinner, but we were both feeling like I was feeling full from the Pinkberry, and he was feeling queasy from the movie snacks. So we ended up not going. So this one is Pat McGrath, and it's Divine Mink that I love. So this is the Divine Mink color from Pat McGrath. So we're going to do a swatch of that. This is how it looks. So, so beautiful. So we're going to put it on this side of my hand. So that is Divine Mink. And then this one is What I Have on My Eyes Now by Tom Ford. So it's definitely reminiscent of the color, but I think, so this is Pat McGrath and this is Tom Ford. Can you guys see it? This one by Tom Ford, the one that I have on my eyes currently, definitely leans more purple than this one. This one has a little bit more silvery into that purple, but they're so close. They're so close. Even in the light, they're very close, but you can see like a slight variation as I move away from the light. So, so gorgeous. And this Divine Mink is one of my favorites. That's why I bought it as a single, because I truly loved the way it gives you coverage, and you can do a one and done with both of these shades very, very easily. So let me wipe off my hand. All right, we're making good time. We're at an hour. I said I'm going to give you an hour and a half today because I missed you all. I've missed you all, and I have not been on live in a minute. I haven't been recording. Well, I have been recording. I just haven't been uploading what I recorded. So a lot of stuff is going to be coming your way very, very soon. And I've got some shorts. Now, shorts I pretty much kept up on a little bit. So I was still in the algorithm a little bit more than I wasn't with like recorded videos. But all of that is changing because now I'm back, and I'll be back for a while so we can chat and talk. All right, so let's go to my friends over at Instagram. We're going to look at some of the new releases and share with you what I like and what I don't like. All right, so let's go to her channel. And I love Amit Beauty Talks because she is such a makeup enthusiast like myself, and she finds out all of the great, great, great products that are coming up. So I love using her as an example. So if you follow her, she's Amit Beauty Talk. So let's start with the Natasha Denona. Now, these are not new. This was her latest, well, not latest, but one of her later packets. This was the golden palette that came out last year during the summertime. So I have all of this. And then BK Beauty. I also have an affiliate with BK Beauty, so feel free to use mine, browngirlbella 10, for some savings off if you shop BK Beauty. I have a lot of their brushes that are coming to me soon. So when I have those, I'm going to do a dedicated video on the ones that I got. and also tell you a little bit more about the brushes. But they are synthetic brushes. They mimic and have the same kind of feel as the Japanese style fude brushes that I normally use for my makeup. So they kind of mimic those fibers, although these are synthetic and the fudes are not. So definitely wanted to share that with you. So let's go to the new stuff. All right, so this is the Maki brush set, and I actually have some of those brushes. So let me share with you some of them that I have. They came in like a collector's bundle, and I don't have the full set. I have the eye set. So let me show you what I have from the eye set. Is this it? Let me see. Let's see where they are. So I have this one. This one is her shader brush, and this can do one and done shades beautifully. So nice. Again, they are fude brushes, so they are natural haired bristles. This is, I believe, squirrel, blue squirrel. Beautiful, beautiful brush. Trying to see where the other ones are that I have. These are all like my natural haired brushes with like different handles. Oh, here's the other one that I have. This one, again, has that same detailing. And this one is for, this is also a shader brush, but this is for like precision. If you want to add more to your lid, you can use this brush. If you want to add a little bit more brightness and definition to your inner corner, this is the perfect brush for you. A smaller eyed havers, this is perfect for that inner corner highlight. If you want to bring that up, this is the perfect brush for that. And then I thought I had one other brush from this series, but maybe it was only, no, it was 3. Where's the other one? Ah, here it is. Here's the third brush, and this one has a pencil point. Again, you can use that for the lower lash line. You can use it for the inner corner. You can use it for like a powder line moment. If you want to use your powder for lining on the top of your eyelid, or also down below, if you want to use a natural brush for that, this is the brush. So that's the series that I got in Maki. And now they have a full collector's edition. So they have other brushes that have come with this set. I really, really want this. It released the other day on the 28th, and it's limited edition, and it's a small bundle collection. So there's no picking and choosing. You have to get the bundle. Retails for $589. So it's whopping. It's a whopping product, very expensive to purchase. All right, so some more brushes. These are by Victoria Beckham. I have never had a Victoria Beckham brush, but everyone who has it is raving about it. It is a new line of synthetic brushes. She has a dual-ended brush that she's calling the Define and Line, which is this one in the middle. She has a sculpt and blend brush here on the left-hand side. She also has the buffer brush and the buff and smudge brush and the powder brush, which is here as well. They retail between $42 and $60. And they remind me of the calligraphy brushes that Wayne Goss did a while back. And these are natural hair brushes, but these are the calligraphy set that I got from Wayne Goss a few years ago. And there's one other brush that I'm trying to find. that Wayne Goss did. Ah, here it is. So this is the brushes that I got from Wayne Goss, natural wood handles, and this was the set. I used this one as like my highlight. So that's what I use for highlight. This one I used for my cream. And then this one is also good for highlight. It's also good for cheeks. If you want to use it for the cheeks, you can use this for the cheeks as well. If you want some definition to your bronzer and be really precise and defined, you can use this brush for that as well. So I'm curious about these new brushes simply because what I've heard thus far are all raves. Hey, Modest Transformation by Celeste. Hi, Celeste. How are you? How's everything going? All right, let's keep going with some of the new releases. This one here is by RMS. Now, I have their RMS blushes that were all the rage, I guess last year, the year before last. Very, very beautiful blushes. I still have like 2 of them here. I have a deep, like a purplish one, and then I have one that's like a pinkish coral. Beautiful, beautiful. And these are liquid. They are supposed to last very, very long. They come in all of these beautiful shades. So I'm curious. I am thinking about getting the one on top here on this side, this one right here. I'm curious about getting just because I love that color. Even the one next to it is has piqued my interest because I love a sort of terracotta moment, and this is giving me that terracotta vibes. So I'm definitely curious about these 2. The other ones, nah, I think they're too light for me personally, but if you love them, yeah, go for it. I'm okay. I'm going to message you on IG. Okay, awesome. Yes, do that, please. I am back. And so if we want to do a little something, now's the time. I would love to have you. Carmen's Place Beauty says, I love Sonia G brushes. I have the Kiyaki series. Yes, I have the Kiyaki series. I have the Lotus series. I have the Sky Eye set. I have a lot of her sets. I have the Fundamentals. So yes, I'm a Sonia G stan from the very beginning. I love her stuff. All right, YSL. Now they have hyper illuminizers. I'm personally not really that interested in the Libertine light. I think that's too light for me. That's the one up here, that pure white. I think it's too light for us. The rich gold doesn't really seem rich enough for our skin tones. But the rosy sand, I might be tempted. But this is one I definitely have to see in person because, again, it looks light on camera. But, again, they have lighting on it and things, so it could be washing it out, the color. So I have to see it in person to see if that works. Again, that Hypnotic Honey, normally I would be all over that. But, again, it looks really, really light from what I'm seeing. So I'd have to see it in person to see how deep that goes. But beautiful. And the packaging, of course, is luxe, as we all have come to learn and love about YSL products. So that in of itself had me like heart racing. All right. Speaking of NARS, they are coming out with some new lip color. And I believe these here are blushes, but I haven't heard anything about them coming here to the United States. So I don't know if this is exclusive to Asia and Asian countries, or if it's coming over to Europe and the United States later on. So keep your eyes peeled. I love the butterflies on there. Butterflies hold a special meaning to me personally. So I would be intrigued by this. All right, next up, our girl Gucci Westman has come out with her Dimensional Cheek Duo. She has Petal and Biscuit, but she's also coming out with other colors as well. Petal and biscuit to me are not the colors for me. I have Petal already as a cream. It's light, but it does show up on me. But I'm more interested in her more deeper shades. So I'm waiting to see if more of these are coming out because the packaging is beautiful. You know, I love a pink moment. And I would be, you know, keen to have this, even though I have most of the blushes already and I already have the truffle bronzer. But since this is powder, I would be really, really interested to see how this applies. So I have my eye out for it, but I'm not, you know, going to run out and get it. That's not something that, you know, I really need to have, but it's something I would be interested in. Kevin Aquan has a new release out as well. This is the Neo collection featuring their bronzer, their blush, and their highlight. It retails for $40 each. And I'm not as crazy about this as I am about other new releases, but I do want to share this with you in case you are interested. Let me know if that's something that you are getting. For me personally, I'd rather pass and get something that I'm really, really hyped about. Speaking of which, the Prada Monochrome Lips. I love this. She recently had a giveaway with these. I have 2 shades in the Hyper Matte. So I do want to get some other shades in Hyper Matte. This one is really, really pretty. So I have my eye on this one in Amber, but I kind of want to see what else is coming out because I believe they're going to come out with some other new shades for the summer. So keep your eyes peeled on new releases from Prada on lips. Again, we talked about the luminizers. I will skip over that. Diptyque. You all know I love Diptyque. They have a City Limited Scented Candle series. This is Milan. I love this. It has geranium and cardamom in it. Those are 2 fragrances that I absolutely love. And so definitely I have my eyes peeled for this. Usually these new releases are about $75. So I'm assuming that's probably how much it's going to be for that as well. Would you say it's about time? So you got it. I guess you got it all figured out. It's done. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right, so that's the candle. Again, we talked about the luminizers. Okay, this new eye wardrobe shade that Victoria Beckham has. I'm not quite as taken by this one as I am about the other ones. Let me see if she has. No, she doesn't have the other one here. But this one, these are all shades that I kind of feel like I have in my collection already. So I'm not as crazy about this one. But there is one. I'm going to see if she lists it here in her post. But this one is called Bordeaux. The refill is $50 if you want to just get the refill. But if you need the whole case, it's here. And then this piece pops out and you can refill it with whatever color collection you like. So for me, it's going to be a pass because I feel I can dupe all these colors, but I felt that I should show it to you so that if anybody is interested, you know where to get it. All right, next up is by Le Prairie. Le Prairie, this is the loose powder by them. People have been saying that this is the next thing for the beloved Gucci Prism Lead. I don't know. It's a translucent powder. It's really on the light side. So for me, I'm thinking it's more for the fairer of the fair. And because I have my Givenchy Prism Lead in the colors that I use, I still have the old version. So I'm going to keep those. But if the La Prairie comes out with a deeper shade, I will definitely give it some consideration. The only reason why I would consider it is that it comes with both the larger size and the smaller size. So you can travel with it as well with the free travel size version. And you have one for home with the larger one, which is the one that's featured here. So that's why I wouldn't mind the splurge, because you're getting like something to travel with and something for home. But because it doesn't have a shade that really appeals to me, I'm going to pass. I'm also going to pass on these Power Sculpt bronzers. I already have the one that I like in this, which is, let's see if I can find it really quickly for you. And of course, here it is. So the one that I have is Deep Level number 9. These new ones have different names for them, but I have this. I barely cracked it. So I'm going to just hang on to this, and I'm not going to get those new ones. But again, if you're looking for a talc-free powder bronzer, they have 7 shades for you to choose from, and they look pretty decent. I will tell you, the bronzer that I have is really, really good. Retails for $38, so it's not gonna, put a little big damper on your wallet. But again, it's something that I'm gonna personally pass on. Same with the Givenchy. I love the packaging. I live for a pink moment, but I have lipsticks that I haven't even cracked the surface of. As you can see, I had one from Pat McGrath that was brand new, and it was in a limited edition packaging, and the color now is stuck to the inside of this cap. So again, I need to use my makeup before they dry out. And so I'm going to pass on this, but it's a beautiful, beautiful color. Beautiful. And I definitely would get the cold rosewood, because that just speaks to me. Again, something I'm going to pass on, the White Caviar Light Concentrated. This is a face serum, and it's supposed to provide you with luminosity and microcurrents. It has peptides in it, it has niacinamide, but it's a whopping $655. And babes, I'm just not in the mood to pay for a $655 serum. I have lots of serums, and they don't cost as much as that. La Prairie is really bugging right now, in my opinion, with some of these prices, but I'm gonna keep it pushing and use what I have, passing on this one for sure. Now, Augustina Spatter, I love his line. I love the things that he has, the rich cream. I love his facial cleanser, all that, beautiful. But this here, this mineral sunscreen with SPF 50, it has a white cast free, and it's very absorbable, so it will sink into your skin really nicely. But I have tons of SPF in 50 plus, so I don't need to add another one. And with this $140 price tag, I'm gonna pass. But I'm a luxury channel, so I love to share these with you, but for me, I'm gonna pass. Same with this fragrance. This fragrance is by Ferragamo. This is their first fragrance under their new licensing deal with Inter Parfums, and this is called Fiamma. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It is the Italian play on the word for flame, but it also nods to the late Fiamma Ferragamo, which was the eldest child of Salvador Ferragamo's 6 children, known for her understated elegance and considerable charm. She was a driving force behind the growth of the family's business, and so this was a nod to her. It is a woodsy and floral fragrance with top notes of white pear and a green heart of gardenia flowers, and finishing off with some amber and spicy notes at the bottom. It retails, or it doesn't say what it retails for, but it's going to be available April 1st. I would say it's going to have a $200 to $300 price point at the very least. It'll be about $200 to $300 for Fiamma. All right, Suku. Suku's collection has released already. They have a blush in 2 different colors. They have these eye quads. They have a beige-like orange blush and a soft pink pearl highlighter. They have a milky pale coral lip shade, and they have a berry pink. Again, this is something that I'm going to pass on. I think it's more for fairer shades than for those who are in the deeper shades. People have also been raving about the mascara, which is here. I'm going to pass on that as well because I have a lot of mascaras that I kind of want to get through. And so I'm going to pass on this. Same with Charlotte Tilbury. Lots of things I'm passing on. This Charlotte Tilbury is not giving me any kind of vibes. The Pillow Talk in Flawless Pink. I have one already that's Pillow Talk Intense. That's kind of the same kind of color shade. And I have other colors that I need to use for Charlotte Tilbury anyway. So this one I am going to pass on. And like I said, the lip, the combo colors with the shades here, I'm not that crazy about either. So I'm going to pass. The Dior Sola, this is a self-tanning gel for obvious reasons. I'm going to pass, but it's supposed to be a gradual self-tanner. So for those who love self-tanners, it's supposed to be very lightweight. It's supposed to have a no-rinse formula, and it's streak-free for an even finish. It retails for $83. It's available now on the brand's website, but for me, I'm going to pass. I don't need a bronzer, and I don't need a self-tanner either. All right, we talked about these already. They have some other colors that are out. They have Suede and Sable. They have Fizz and Jam, which I think is the one that I'm most interested in because I don't have either one of those colors. And then they have Coquette and Mimi, which Mimi I love. And Coquette I am kind of interested in because I don't have it, but it's very, very light. So I don't know if that's going to show up, but I love Mimi. So I wish they had a deeper color for Mimi than what they have here. Because Coquette just gives me palish vibes. So I don't know if that's going to work, but Fizz and Jam, I definitely have my eye on. Then they have, as I mentioned before, Petal and Biscuit, which I'm going to pass on. They have Tulle and Truffle. Truffle I already have in a cream, so I'm not going to get that one. And then they have Pop It and Ganache, which I have Pop It. I have a large one of Pop It. I have a smaller version for travel of Pop It. Now they have this powdered one pairing. I don't know if I want to get it again simply for Ganache, which I don't have in my collection. So for now, I think I'm going to stick with the Fizz and the Jam and then see how I feel about the other colors once I see them in person. Because I'm sure they'll be at my Sephora, so I'll be able to share and swatch. Here, the Dior has released a commemorative tutu collection. It has the Lip Maximizer in shade 212, the Forever Lip Glow in 212, and the Maximizer in 212, and the the nail color in 212. The release date is sometime in April. For me, I'm going to pass. I already have this case, so I don't need that. And I don't need any of the lip glows or the lip maximizers because I have the ones that I love. So I'm going to pass on all of these, but it's coming. All right, Givenchy is going to be releasing a pressed powder. Again, I'm going to pass. It's a matte formula, but they don't have any shades beyond this one, and this is too light for me, so I'm gonna pass. But if you're interested, it's released already. It's available at Sephora for $59. So if you are a lighter complexion than me, you can try it. Let us know how you like it. Feel free to chat with me, let me know. But for me, I am not going to get it. And the last thing that we're going to talk about before I let you all go, because we're at the 1.5 hour mark now, is the 10 color shadow palette from Pat McGrath. This is the Petalmorphosis. It is mothership number 12. I have all of Pat McGrath's motherships except for this one. It has released already. You have a choice of 2 different colorways. You can get it in the black lacquer, or you can get it in the limited edition lavender. I'm going to see if the limited edition lavender is available on the Sephora site, because I do have a coupon so I can get it. If it is, I will get it and bring it to you. If I have to get it from Pat McGrath, I will let you know and I will get it. But again, it's available now, and I am definitely going to play with that. All right, so that is it for some of the things that I want to play with and some of the things that I'm going to pass on. And again, if you want to see more of the new releases, please do follow Amit Beauty Talks on Instagram. I will leave her Instagram link in the description box below, along with the information that I promised you before, which was everything that I used on my face. If I have a link for it, I will put it in the links below. Once this video recycles and it comes up, you'll see all of the links below. Some of them will be affiliate links, and I thank you in advance if you do shop my links, because that really does help the channel out immensely. And until next time, babes, you have now been bellified. Take care, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye, babes. Oh, and before I go, here's Dreamy. Say hi, Dream. Hey, hi. Say hi to everybody. Say bye. Mommy's going to play with me now. All right.